How to find your resting heart rate. So the first thing you're going to need to do is take two fingers and you're going to have to find either your carotid, which is in your neck, or your radial, which is in your wrist. You never want to use your thumb when you're finding your pulse because your thumb has a pulse in it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your two fingers and you're going to feel around on the outside of your wrist for the radial. Oftentimes I'll tell students that it needs to be in line with your thumb coming all the way down. Alright, sometimes students will want to find it in the center. It's hard to find out here. Your radial artery is on the outside. There's a little notch right here. So once you find your pulse, it's going to be a throbbing sensation that you feel or a pulsing sensation. Alright, that's your radial. The next is going to be your carotid. It could be on either side of your neck. Feel around. This one's a lot easier to find. Once you've got it, you found your carotid. To find your resting heart rate, what you have to do is you have to get a timer. So we have the clock up here that you can use, or you can use your watch. If you're on the computer, you can pull up a stopwatch on the computer, and all you're going to do is find your pulse. Once you've got it, you're going to look at the clock, and you're going to count for 60 seconds. So let's say, ready, begin. And then you're counting in your head how many beats you have. And then you're going to write down, after a minute, you're going to watch. And at the end of a minute, you're going to write that number down. That is your resting heart rate. It's super important to remember that when you're doing your resting heart rate, they're actually very relaxed. You don't want to do it after you've drank a Mountain Dew or a Rockstar or coffee or anything like that, because it's going to elevate your heart rate. You don't want to take your resting heart rate after you just got done working out. So you want to do it when you're relaxed, sitting in your seat. Now is the perfect time to do it. If you're watching this video, you're probably sitting down trying to figure out what your resting heart rate is. So all you're going to do is find your pulse, count for 60 seconds, write that number down. Now, after you write that number down, you're going to want to put BPM after it. And what BPM stands for, we're going to use that anytime we talk about heart rate. BPM stands for beats per minute. We just figured out how many beats we had in 1 minute, or 60 seconds, right? So you counted for 60 seconds. So anytime we talk about heart rate, we're always going to say, what's your BPM? If I'm asking about how high was your heart rate when you were exercising at a high intensity level, you're going to tell me, oh, Mr. Finley, I was up around 155 BPM. So anytime we talk about heart rate, we're going to talk BPM. If you have any questions, make sure to raise your hand. Pause this video at any time, and please take notes as you're taking this.